What's everyone? We're back in the studio for another episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello.
Ready? What's up, everyone? We're back for, let's see, it's season 12 still. We're still on season 12. Episode 14, The Digital Rage. I'm your host, Francesca. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, XOXOCESCA. And it's just me, the single lady here, with my two handsome co-hosts.
Hi, guys. My name is Dakota T. Jones. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones.
Hey, everybody. I'm Howard III. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that great stuff at Howard III. That's Howard the 3RD.
Yes, and Justine's not feeling too well, so we send her our get well wishes, and she should be back here with us next week.
Yes.
So this episode, I feel like, was keeping up with the Kardashian males.
Yeah.
Like the
right.
male, because not all of them are Kardashians except
Yeah.
Rob. But you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
So let's see. We have Scott this week with the allergies thing. We have Lamar, same old story with Khloe.
Same old, same old.
Same old. And then we have Rob. Well, Rob was more kind of like with more on Black China, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Where do you guys want to start?
I don't know. It seems like the very first thing that we started off with was this hilarious thing with the allergies and, you know, Scott and Kourtney. He's always up to something, and he's always trying to pull some crazy stuff that's like not necessary, but just adds laughter to the show. And I love that he's the comedic relief now these days.
He's a nut. Instead of being like the annoying, oh my God, Scott, he's being comedy.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, he seems like he's really in a better spot now. I know I've said that for the past few weeks, but these past few months, I want to say he's really seemed to have his stuff together. I'm interested to see, though, because next week's preview was at his birthday party in Vegas, and he looked a little intoxicated. So we'll see how long, the good streak lasts, but you never know.
As long as he's doing those
Like club appearances.
I feel like it's just going to be a continual thing. But I do think, like you said, we've seen him over the last few episodes kind of be a little bit more family-based.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of funny because we've seen Kourtney for, especially this season, all about her, like, gluten, vegan, when they're shopping. Do you remember that episode where she was shopping?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
In the grocery store
vegan.
and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, and so Scott just thinks it's a little crock. And I get where he's coming from because I feel like a lot of people are saying they have these allergies. Well, they do exist. I know someone who suffered from really bad eating stuff, and like she was always sick. I felt so bad for her. But a lot of this stuff is kind of like trendy.
Yeah.
That's the only reason Kourtney's doing it. And I mean, she wants to be healthy for her kids, and I love that. But it does take it too far when you won't like allow your kids to have the basic things in life that we all love and enjoy. Like, I feel bad for them. I'm like, they have an amazing life, but like I feel like they should be able to have some fun, like, food that we all have enjoyed and grew up with. That's like a huge part of my childhood was all the amazing food that I was able to have.
Charms.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have to piggyback off that. I just feel like she's taking it a little bit extreme.
Yeah.
You can have a diet, put your kids, no fast food, no sodas, none of that.
And I admire that, but
Exactly, which is nice. But on the other hand, let your child have a Pop-Tart. Like, come on, let her have a toaster strudel. Don't like take out all the fun stuff. Let your child have a fruit roll up. Like, come on, Kourtney. I understand. They can still be healthy, but they can still have moderations. They can have their lollipops.
Yeah. Yep.
They can have a real marshmallow.
Oh, yeah.
And real s'mores, not the cardboard s'mores. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, come on.
what was it, like gluten-free vegan marshmallows? I was like, I've never heard that one.
Well, marshmallows, I'm pretty sure, aren't they similar to like Jell-O, which they're made with like parts of animal bones. And so
Wow.
I get it. And I do think that kids, like, as a parent, you want to control because you don't want them to crave these sweets that you always give them and stuff like that. And again, not trying to offend anyone out there who's gluten-free or vegan, anything like that. But yeah, we've seen her eat Pop-Tarts, like you said, Pop-Tarts. Scott was saying, I've seen you have cheat days where you eat ice cream. And so I think for him, it was exactly like a matter of don't say you're allergic and don't claim to be, that's the choice. I don't agree with it, but don't say it's like...
Yeah.
Right. Because I know I used to do that with cheese. I'm not a big fan of cheese. Well, I'm low-key cheese racist. I'm not gonna lie. I like mozzarella, but I can't do cheddar cheese.
Cheese racist.
Oh my gosh! When you first said that, it like went past me, and then I'm like, wait, did he just say he doesn't like cheese?
I don't.
That's my life.
I can eat cheese pizza, but I can't have like nachos with too much cheese. So I used to say I was allergic to cheese. Like growing up, I'm like, oh no, I'm allergic to cheese. I just didn't like cheese. That's how I feel with Kourtney. She just doesn't like gluten, but I'm allergic to gluten. It just sounds better.
Yeah, it sounds better. And it gives you more of an excuse, like when someone says, oh, well, why do you eat like that? Oh, well, I'm allergic. Then they just drop it. They're like, oh.
Yeah.
But that goes into another problem. It's like you shouldn't have to explain yourself to anyone.
That's true.
And you know what I mean? I get it because gluten isn't really good for you.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. But like I said earlier, it's trendy to be like vegan and blah, blah, blah. It's really not trendy. It's actually very positive for the earth environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But people do it for like people do it for like
Stinky.
for like we're clearly mature on this show. They do it for, you know, an appearance or a look or a way, and again, that's what I think Scott was going for. However, I'm glad Kourtney knew that he had switched him out, even though I'm mad at Kylie for saying it. Like,
I was like, what the
they're
heck?
the worst with like surprises, and you know, we see Kourtney pretending to be sick while she's just like smiling in bed. They're the worst. But if you don't eat something for a long period of time,
That's true.
regardless if you're allergic or not, and then you have it, your body doesn't know what to do, and you can get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either way, she could have got sick, and I think Scott was like, obviously he was trying to be funny and make a point, but it could have been bad.
Right. I
Right.
did that before where I like I couldn't believe I did this thinking back on it, but I gave up soda for 2 weeks, and that was a huge deal for me. And then I was like, screw this, and I went and I had a bunch of soda, and I got really sick because my body, like, while it was getting rid of it, my body felt sick because it was like craving it. But then once I was fine again and then had it, my body was like freaking out. It's like, what is this? Like, we don't want this in your body.
It's like a caffeine thing, like when people give up coffee and then they have headaches for days.
Yeah.
Like I participate in Lent every year, and yay! And I always give up fried food for Lent.
What?
Yeah, I know, because I'm an addict for like have a sweet tooth. I love fried food. Like put me at a fair and I'm just like, woo!
Oh my
you know
gosh,
what I mean?
same.
And so, but I extended it past Lent because at that point in time I was working out all the time. I was doing really well. I was cut out alcohol too. I felt so good. And then one day I was like, I really want chicken fingers really bad. And I had them and I felt so disgusting. Like, not good for like 2 days straight. Now I can eat them like nothing. But at that time, my body wasn't used to it. So Kourtney really could have got sick.
She could have, but I still think she could at least had a bite of the Frosted Flakes.
Oh, yeah.
Like he switched out this year, she could have had one bite.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see her take just one bite of something and then him say, "Oh, gotcha."
I know.
You know, but Kylie just killed it.
Kylie was like, all right, you know what? I'm supposed to keep this secret, but it's awkward. So basically, this is what he's doing.
Awkward?
I'm like,
It's not.
what?
She doesn't even know.
Like,
That's
I
so
understand
funny.
where she was coming from. Like, if she were to get really sick like that. But come on, let her take a bite of something.
Kylie knows that she probably wouldn't get sick. But I just thought that was really funny. I was really looking forward to whenever it was going to be switched around on Scott, and he was going to think that he really, like, made her sick.
Well, you see he kind of panics when he,
he was like,
puts
oh,
his hand on his... Yeah, like... And you know what's funny is I saw, like, some sort of online article saying what Scott did to get Kourtney really sick. And so I was like, oh, shoot, it's really going to happen. But obviously it's not. I know, bummer. Thanks a lot, Kylie.
I wondered then what it was.
Well, it was like one of those catch,
Oh, okay.
grab, get your attention headline.
Clickbait.
Bait. There you go. I couldn't think of the word.
Reel it in, reel it
Reel
in.
it on in. But yeah, that was the exciting thing with Scott
That was
this
hilarious.
episode.
Yeah.
He did actually non-food related. He did have some good advice with the whole thing with the emojis. He's just like, at the end of the day, that stuff's not important. You know, let's move on. That's your brother. So
I did think it was.
Let's get into that.
It was like so really quick. It was so sweet whenever he like brought her favorite sandwich from that shop that they used to go to. It was
She
so
didn't say
sweet
thanks,
of him.
by the way, even though she could have said thanks, but I don't want to. She was just like,
No.
No.
I was so surprised because it's like he's really trying and he's trying to be a good father and he's being funny and like going out of his way to get you this sandwich. Like the least you could do is say thank you and then like put it in the refrigerator, say you're not hungry, and throw it out later. Like
No, don't throw it out.
you know what I'm
Don't
saying?
waste food.
I know, but like that's the least she could have done. She could have like shown her appreciation, but
Yeah.
anyway, that I did the whole Scott Kourtney thing. I thought was hilarious this episode, and I really thought I love how like. I guess cheeky they are these days, back and forth. Like it seems like they're kind of rekindling a little bit, maybe what they had,
bit.
and I think that's cute. I like it.
I don't think they're gonna get back together.
No.
Probably not.
But it's cute to see them interact, though.
It is.
For the kids.
Yeah, for the kids.
For the cheering.
For the children.
I love the cheering. They were so cute this episode. P, how she got her ears pierced.
Oh my gosh, I know.
And she said it didn't hurt at all.
I know. I'm like, wow, very brave.
I know. She's probably still crying, though.
Yeah.
I feel like she just said, no, it didn't hurt, but she was probably really bawling.
Yeah, probably.
So-
I would have. I've been like,
That's scary because
even at
you're
this age.
waiting for it. Like you don't know when they're gonna go, and so you're like,
They a lot of times they do it on both ears
At the
same
same
time, which I would just be like sitting there like,
yeah, exactly,
like freaking out.
exactly.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
No. So Kimojis.
Kimojis.
I was trying to think because was it Kourtney or Khloe was like, because to Kim, you know, you're the original one with like the emojis.
Yeah.
She did, right? Before
She
Amber
was.
Rose
Yeah.
and everything. Okay, so she was the OG of the emojis.
OG of the Kimojis.
It feels like a gang, like emojis. Oh, I'm just
Because
kidding.
now there's like Mwava emoji for Amber Rose, Chai emoji, there's Benz emoji for Ashley Benson, there's Just
Oh,
emoji
she has her own
for
emojis
Justin
too?
Bieber. Yeah, and then like Samoji, which is Simone from the Olympics. She's coming out with her own.
That's cute. Those will be nice.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I love this idea of them because, you know, just having them on iPhones in general is really cool. But yeah, they're really cute. And I think it's interesting that China chose to do this, especially with the whole drama with, like, Amber Rose. And again, it's a free world.
Right.
You know, she could do what she wants, but
Like this is too soon, right off like when Kim made this amazing thing, and then Amber Rose jumped in on it, and then China, and it just goes to show like I would feel kind of awkward like launching emojis right after Kim did, because it's like Kim did this, and if you do it, it's basically you're like the next in line, like kind of like on the coattails of her, like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna do this too to make money. It's like, come on, like, be original, like, do something else, you know? I think that they could have been more original, so then that way it didn't look like they were just mooching off of Kim again.
I think she did it just for a simple business move. I don't even
Yeah.
think she was like, oh, Kim did it, let me do it. I think she did it because she saw the market. She saw Kim was
Right.
making a lot of money from it.
Yeah.
She said, hey, I got a little bit of fan base myself. I can make some
True.
money off of this drama, off of me and Rob, and she did that.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean-
I agree with you. I just think, you know, obviously it's going to cause some tension.
Yeah.
Especially with that whole emoji that everyone was like, oh my God, it looks like Kylie. I don't know if you guys seen it. And sorry, we don't have a picture right now for
Oh
it.
my gosh,
but
yes, that was crazy.
It like, it could look like, it really could look like anyone. And I appreciate the fact that Kylie was like, said the same thing. It kind of looks like some girl she doesn't like who cares? Not that important.
I wrote down in my notes that Kylie is the most mature person in that family right now. I feel like she's very mature. She's the one who's like already made up with China like 6 weeks ago. Like, what are you guys doing
Right.
still on
Yeah.
this topic? Like, she's over it. She's just ready to have like drama-free zone. And I love that about her. It's like she's the youngest and she's the most mature. I think that's crazy.
I thought she showed a lot of like growth for her, for
yeah.
a teenager. I agree. She was just like, nah, some other girl. But do y'all really think it was Kylie though? Like,
I
they
thought it
kinda looked
was.
I'm sure it was resembled
Yeah.
from her, if that's the correct way to.
I felt like it was kind of a nod to one of her past looks from, I think, like if it was like the VMAs or Movie Awards or something. I like she did have the short hair for a while, and like I did kind of think it looked a little bit like her, and I've seen like a similar look with her, and there was like a side-by-side photo of like what it might have been ripped from or whatever.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like probably with China, she probably did do that on purpose, and then like also the other emoji, or the Chai emoji that got cut of her like kicking a tiger or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like it just
yeah.
goes to show that they are like she did have stuff in mind that was kind of like a diss to people, whether she took some of it back or not. I felt like she did do it on purpose and had like kind of some drama in line.
Well, I think Because when Kim was talking about it, she said when she got the emojis, she told them like to take that one out. So I don't necessarily think she purposely did them. I think people that are doing it, you know, designing them for her are like trying to like.
Right.
I mean, and it would be people would use the heck out of that one for sure. It would really sell, so to say.
And there, of course, like people creating these things, they're probably thinking, oh, cool, like let's make some bank off of this drama. Like if they know that there's going to be one of, and maybe China didn't necessarily mean for that to look like Kylie, but the people developing it who also made the one of her kicking a tiger may have came up with that, like, oh, you know what, we're gonna do this and we're gonna make bank off of this drama because people are gonna want this emoji.
And it's true. It's a, like at the end of the day, it's a good business move. I mean, it's really good. I would, even if she didn't want to speak on the subject, her kicking this tiger, it's a good move. Now I want to see the one of her kicking the tiger.
I know, right?
I wish they would have cut it now.
Yeah. Like,
Damn.
it's a move. It's a good move, China. I know you're watching, girl.
I know, right? Yes. So Rob, I guess he got in a fight with Kourtney. I guess Kourtney got really mad. You know, and that's actually crazy because she's been the most level-headed majority of the time.
Yep.
And like you said, this time she wasn't, and she I guess got in a fight with Rob, and then.
And it was about the
emojis.
The Chimojis. Like she got all bent out of shape over the one of Kylie, which I totally get why she would. But yeah, there was like, I was very surprised to see her just go off on Rob like that ever since she's been so supportive and stuff. But of course, some things just set people off. But yeah, I was very interested to see because Kourtney's usually one with the least amount of drama with most people, you know?
Yeah, Kourtney was. I like Kourtney because she is the level-headed one. I guess that's just her being the oldest. But when she went off, she was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm letting you guys know I don't mess with my baby sister.
Which I like. That's cool.
I like that too. She's very protective. She's got the motherly vibe. It's just nice to see.
For sure.
And then here comes Kim, who I think is also always pretty level-headed, to try and get them on the phone to talk. And it's true. Rob said, you know, or I mean, was it Rob or Kourtney? Was it Rob?
I don't remember. What are you talking
Awkward
about?
moment. when he was like, "We're siblings. We're supposed to fight." And that was
Kourtney.
Rob.
That was Kourtney.
That was Kourtney.
Yeah.
Oh, so, but that's true. Like sometimes, like if it's not really like super bad, then it's just
sweep it under.
we don't have time for the petty stuff, like he said. You know.
Sure.
But I love seeing all the pettiness play out on TV because it just makes for good TV. Like
That's true.
This family is so petty. I love it. Like
I mean, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
I know. Like, and you know what is funny is something you said kind of made me think of this. You know, Kim was trying to get like being level-headed, trying to get them to like make up and everything. You know, for Kim being the most controversial of the whole family, she's almost one of the the most calm. Like she's very calm. She doesn't go out and drink or party much. She literally just like does scandalous photos, and that's what makes everyone talk about her. But in the sense, like she's so like such a smart businesswoman. She has her head on her shoulders. She's just so smart and funny and witty, and like I think most people don't give her credit for that. They just think, oh, well, she's controversial because of these photos. But put that aside, I would still be obsessed with Kim without all the photos because she's just such a fun person, and she's like seems to have a really good heart. And I think ever since she's been, you know, married and also with kids, like it's only made her a better person.
Definitely, Dakota. I feel that. Yes, definitely.
I just love it.
Yeah, I also thought Kim looked. I mean, a different subject, but she looked so pretty when she was sitting there talking to Rob. I was like, wow, this like I always thought she was pretty, but she's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if it was the hairstyle and the makeup. It was just like giving me light.
She was like glowing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Kim, please.
And then you turned to me and you were telling me like in the next scene, she was like didn't really
No
have makeup.
makeup.
And you were like, she's beautiful there too. And I was like, yes.
Yeah. And, you know, I always say this, like, I love Kim. She's one of my favorites. And regardless of surgeries or any procedures or any kind of Botox or whatever, she's still pretty.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
No matter what. And, you know, so what if she's making this money off selfies and stuff like that? I thought it was funny how Kourtney called her out, though, when they were, like, about to talk. She's like, you take that picture literally every time. / also, when they're talking about Snapchat, I was like, wow, first world problems. They're like, oh, my God, I could not get a great picture on Snap. That's me, literally.
Oh, my gosh.
Every time. No, I try to Snapchat before the show. I hate, but, like... They're so gorgeous.
It was like her makeup, right? Or something? Courtney's makeup?
Oh, yeah,
she was like, I'm snapping all the time.
Or she said
really
something
bad.
about how like her makeup was awful, so she couldn't snap that day. And I was like, that's so funny. So funny.
Hilarious.
Hilarial.
Hilarial?
Hilariola.
That's awkward. Speaking of Kim, also, I like how in the beginning she says, I haven't sinned in years.
Oh my god.
And I was thinking so many people out there would like be like, yes, you have, because of all her pictures, even though it's not a sin, but her sinning is just like a G level sinning. You know what I mean? Like, she's not out there playa like she was years ago.
Yeah.
True. Very
True
true. True that.
But someone else is out there being playa
In them streets.
sinning, and that's Lam. And you know, he's. I feel so bad when I see Khloe say like, when is he gonna change? And it's like he literally hit the rock bottom.
Rock bottom of rock
and
bottoms.
under. Like,
Right.
Bottom and under.
He was halfway. He was like 3 feet under, and he still isn't doing it. Like, again, I don't have addictions like that. I don't know what that's like, but I know about being depressed or not feeling good, and it's shitty. And sometimes you don't have that, you know, willpower to change. But if I almost died, I feel like that would really smack some sense into me. But then again, that goes to show just how low he must really feel if that's not changing him whatsoever.
Even after, like, I mean, he was alone, and I can get why he might do some of these crazy things because he's so alone. But then for the fact that Khloe, like, took him back in and, like, literally has done nothing but give everything to him and try to make him as comfortable as possible. Everyone's treating him like he's, like, a helpless baby. Like, Chris is like, let me get you a napkin, let me wipe up your face, and, like, this
Did
and
you
that.
see he was eating McDonald's?
Yes.
So Khloe gave in and gave him McDonald's.
I know, and then not only that, but he's, like, farting in the car, and he just seems like a big, stinky mess, and it's like, get your life together, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's almost to the point now where it's like, I think he's taking advantage of the fact that they're just treating him like a baby, and it's like, he's not a baby, he's a grown man. No matter if he has addictions or not, like, if he really wanted to, he could at least try to get help, but he doesn't want the help.
No, he doesn't want
Right.
it.
And I know people might get upset for me saying that because I honestly don't know what it's like to have an addiction, but I can say that I have like some family members, and not family members, but like friends and stuff who've gone through these things, and it's like they've told me that like at a certain point in their life they're like, this is not worth it. I want to change. And it's like, it's not impossible. Like, you can change.
He just hasn't had that moment of
He
clarity
hasn't had that.
yet.
And I don't know what it would take.
It's literally gonna take them to leave him alone.
Right.
Chloe
did that.
cannot. They've never really have ever, because even when Chloe wasn't really talking to him before the whole thing that happened at the Bunny Ranch or whatever it was, he was still in contact with Kim. He was still in contact with Chris.
Right.
Like, you know, they never left it alone. And that's the same thing like with Scott. Like, all these years we've been like, just leave him alone. I know that's hard, but if you've ever watched like Intervention, the thing is like, you have to say, if you're not willing to accept, you know, help or do these changes, I can't sit here and help you. I'm out of the picture.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh.
No, I was just gonna say, and Chloe said in the beginning, I'm always worried about Lamar, worry. And like we saw when she was in Cuba, she was thinking about it. It's like she needs to live her life.
She does. Yeah. She hasn't been living her. I mean, she's just been so caught up with him, and it is possible. Like, there are so many people who are like, oh well, he has an addiction. It's not possible for him to move on. It is possible. I know people who literally have changed their lives around for the better and have an amazing life now, and it all starts with them saying, I am sick of this life that I'm living. I am going to do something about it. It's possible.
He needs that moment to
not
happen.
He's not helpless. Like, it makes me upset that he plays that card.
I get upset too because it's just like Khloe just stopped babying him. You know, like you were saying, it's just a lot of baby, and you know he's closer to 40 than he is in his 30s. And it's like, let's get this together. You have 2 kids, you have a family, you have your baby's mother, like you have all these things to live for, and you're still going back and doing his addiction. Like we all said, we don't personally have major addictions like that, but just looking out, like looking in, it's like, come on, Khloe. Like, I'm rooting for you, girl. It just hurts me to see Khloe go through that because I feel like I just have like a special connection with her. I mean, it's a little crazy talk.
No, I know what you're saying.
You know
I feel
what
the
I mean?
same way.
And it's just like, I just want to snatch her and be like, come on, like Khloe, let this man be a man. If he's not showing up to his workouts 5 days a week that you set up for him, cancel the workout. If he's
don't be paying for it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if he doesn't want to go to Santa Barbara, don't let him go to Santa Barbara. Let him go. Let him do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And I know she probably feels guilt because what if he passes, or what if, something happens again? But Khloe, let him just be free. Yeah. You do not need his problems. You have problems of your own.
Right.
You're blocking your own destiny by helping this guy out. It's harder for the new guy to come in.
Preach, Howard.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just letting you know.
Preacher Howard in the building.
Pin drop.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, come on, Khloe. Like, you want your kids. You want your family. Man's gonna come. If Lamar is still lingering around, your kids aren't coming.
No.
Your ring's not coming. Let this man go and wish him the best.
Yeah, and it's gonna hurt if something happens, but that's like the name of the game. And
she's really tried.
Yeah,
she's really tried.
I thought it was getting better and better, and we see it's still like really hard. And Malika's always there with the kind of Howard preacher-ness.
I love her.
She said again this time, she's like, you keep helping and helping and helping. You need to help yourself.
Yeah.
And you know how we said like Chris babies him, whatever, because let me clean that off my like fur carpet or whatever. But I'm like, and Khloe says, you have my mom wrapped around your finger, and I'm like, Khloe, he has you
exactly
wrapped around his
almost
finger.
everyone.
Pretty much.
Almost everyone. And I don't know what it is because he's done so much harm to that family. Like he's, cheated on her like multiple times. I don't even imagine how many times. And then like all the stuff that he's done, it's like, dude, like I don't know how you still have these women loving you so much, but you need to take advantage of that and be happy and like figure out how you can move forward, because otherwise no one's going to be there for you like before. Like you need to realize right now you're in an amazing spot where everyone's rooting for you. Everyone is teamed together. I think they even got him a house, or like he's living in the same neighborhood. It's like you need to take advantage of this now. Like otherwise it's not going to work out, and like you're just going to be let go. And I'm sorry, but that's the sad truth of it.
Right.
You can't mooch off them forever.
Exactly. I wonder now if it's to a point where he has it down to a science.
Oh,
maybe
for
he's
sure.
he's just playing them all, and it's like you guys have to all see that, because now not only is he controlling Khloe still, well, now he's got Mama Chris, he's got Kourtney, even Kim. You want me to take Kanye over there and talk to him?
Right.
He's played this whole family. The whole family is in on this game, and it's like, why would he stop now?
Exactly.
I can get money from Khloe. I can get this from Chris. I can get that from Kanye. If I want to be a rapper, he's going to give me a beat.
Yep.
Trust and believe. You know what I mean?
Well, no, exactly. Like when they were in Cuba, she was like, now that I'm gone, suddenly he wants money, and suddenly he's like doing things. It's like, when the cat is gone, the mouse will play, And also, if you ever watched A&E's Intervention, a lot of times there be family members similar to Khloe that just can't let go,
right,
to let them heal, and so they would send them to their own kind of rehabs, like family of addiction type rehabs. And I think that's what Khloe needs too. She needs to be taken away from the situation, back to Cuba again with no internet, like something really, because she needs a lot of help too emotionally, and I empathize with her, because I know how it is to really care about someone and to want to change them and do everything for them to help them for the better, and they're just not taking it. And she even said at the end of the show, why do I treat him better than myself? Like, she needs to detach and love herself again, because like you said, she's blocking any kind of blessings that are coming her way when it comes to love, because she's so stuck on Lamar.
Right, and she really needs to keep listening to Malika. I think Malika is truly her angel in all of this.
Yeah.
Malika's speaking everything we're saying, but somehow it's just Khloe just doesn't want to listen. And I understand, I've been in that spot where it's like you're hearing the truth, but you're like, no, I can fix him. Fix him.
Yeah.
And it's like, Khloe, listen to this angel. Listen to Malika.
Yeah.
Like she's telling you right now.
But then when tables are turned, Khloe has all this advice for Malika and expects Malika to take it, and it's like, you know what? You need to start taking, a little bit of your own medicine, Khloe. Like, you need to realize that Malika's spitting some truth.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. It's like a therapist. They sit there all day and they could tell people how to deal with their things. Most therapists
need a therapist.
Yeah. And that's why I said, like, Khloe, I just wish she would go to somewhere, like, let Lamar go to the Santa Barbara camp, and while he's in the Santa Barbara camp, you go to you go to your own like retreat type thing and like try and
Work on
focus.
yourself.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Come on, Khloe, if you're listening.
Come on, Khloe.
You know I
you
love
watch
We
it.
Khloe.
love you.
We really do. Khloe or Malika, one of you. Somebody. I know one of y'all are listening.
We love you.
We love it.
We just want the best for you.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sad. Moment of silence.
I know. Right now, it's just hard. You want to see everyone be happy, and of course, there's all these struggles in life, but it's difficult when you see people going through the same thing over and over and over.
I think
and
if she
over
just
again.
throws herself like she's doing into her work with her, this new show, The Revenge Body. If she could just get that rolling, maybe keep herself occupied in her jean line, get that rolling.
Oh, she's gonna do a jean line?
Yeah, well, she's doing a casting for like thick girls.
Oh, I heard about that.
Chloe! Hi! Oh
She
my god,
casted,
yes!
Jordan, Kylie's best friend.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I gotta research this one.
Yeah,
I heard about that.
So she could just get her projects going. Maybe even do cocktails with Khloe again. Try that.
I honestly think that show could have done really
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
hear what
scratch it
happened?
and start over.
I heard for like the first time ever, I think Khloe said in an episode of something or really briefly on a show, I heard her say that she really wanted it to go well, but I guess they weren't giving her the freedoms, and like she wasn't happy with the way it was going because they were kind of taking over, and she wanted it a certain way and it just wasn't playing out the way that she wanted, which I totally get because I was one of the hosts for that after show, and I could see in the show Khloe was wanting to do a certain thing and she kind of had to play by the rules and just go with whatever the producers were saying, and some things didn't click, but that show had so much potential.
Well, I mean, I don't know if she still does like radio stuff, but I feel like she could do such a really great radio show on Sirius or whatever.
Yeah.
Like total, what's his name? Oh my god, it just was on the tip of my tongue. The guy
Where?
on the radio who's like raunchy. Howard Stern.
Howard
Like
Stern.
she could do something like she could totally
She could
do
do
something
that.
like that because
Yeah.
she's funny and she can be vulgar and like a funny way and like joke
my gosh.
around and
Yeah.
I think that's where her show should that should
I
show.
think when she was in Miami, it was called Khloe After Dark. That was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
that's right.
That
Yeah.
was such like
See-
a female version of Howard Stern. Only I loved that way more than I ever loved Howard Stern.
Yeah, she
So
should
cool.
definitely.
She should.
She
Get
should
back into
definitely do that.
Khloe.
We have all these plans for you, Khloe.
I know. We'll be your people.
I was saying, but we need a cut though. we need our budget, Khloe. All these ideas.
I'll take some jeans.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so
All right, let's get into some news and gazap.
Some what?
Gazap. I can't talk. I was gonna try to make. I'm not cool, guys. I'm not cool.
It's just to make me laugh all night.
I had a nap before AfterBuzz, so
Some
I'm
gossip?
still sleeping.
Okay, you guys. Today we have some really nice news and gossip. The first one we have is a picture of China with Rob from her Snapchat. It's Rob might have gotten this tattoo on the side of his neck. It may say Angela from what we can maybe see. And I mean, you think he would have learned a lesson the first time? I think he got like Adrian's
name.
full name, like first, middle, and last, I think, or something like that.
And I
Across.
think he
not
got Rita's too, somewhere
Oh
on his
my
arm.
gosh.
That's what I heard. He had Rita's Rita
Lord.
aura somewhere.
So there's Angela across his
Listen,
neck.
and like just okay. I never down with name tattoos
No.
because whatever. I can understand people doing it for like past family members or
Yeah.
friends that have passed. I can understand that, but as someone living and breathing, like no names and no, not the neck.
Yeah.
Not the neck.
Not the neck.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Crazy stuff, but I totally agree with that. The next one is kind of more of like a heartwarming, loving thing. Kim was she's in Mexico right now with her 2 children and some of her friends. She's looking great. Literally, like this is the best that she's looked in a long time. She looks gorgeous. I love that she's the sexy mom playing with her children. Kanye is nowhere to be found though. That's the kind of gossipy part about it.
I think it was a girls' trip.
Maybe, but there was some news online. Obviously, you can't believe everything you hear, but that
He got abducted by
there's-
aliens?
Yes.
Okay.
It's happened. It's a real thing. It was in the newspaper. But no, yeah, I think there's apparently some drama going on, and he didn't want to go on the family trips, but she took the kids. That's only what I read. I don't know if I believe it. What do you guys
Sometimes
think?
you don't want to go to Mexico with a bunch of girls in bikinis, right, Kanye?
Right?
It doesn't make sense.
That's like, okay.
No, I really sidebar really fast. Like, yeah, Kim is looking great. Like, she's lost so much weight. I just wish her booty would go down like a size. It's just a little too big. And I love Kim. And like I said, I don't care about her surgeries and stuff like that. But it's just a little bit too bootylicious.
I mean, we see. I mean, like obviously with this picture, it's like she looks amazing. Ow. But she did. It's funny. A lot of people are kind of talking about how like she had the kids inside at a certain point and was just like having some photo shoot on the beach. And like they're like, "Where's the kids, Kim?" And she was like doing all this sexy photo shoot. But I think she's gonna apparently drop like a new Selfish book, like with 2 more chapters coming out October.
She's dropping a second one, yes.
Yeah.
And she was twerking.
Oh yeah, she was twerking in Mexico.
Twerking in the water.
She was
with that big booty.
She was with that big booty. And then one of the last things we have is the new Kimoji merch. This is something that I actually bought. I can't. This isn't mine, but mine's supposed to come in the mail soon. But I bought it. I was like, I don't even care. I'm buying it, and it's Kylie on the case, and you can't really. I don't know if you guys can see, but her face in the photo is just so funny, and
I love all her faces.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. But this was a limited edition case. They only sold it one day. It was for Kylie's birthday, Kylie's 19th birthday. They were gonna have one sale, and it was gonna be ended. So me and my friend were like, we don't care how much they are. We're just buying them. So I am getting this in the mail, and I'm super excited.
Nice,
about it.
and actually, I think Kanye had a pop-up shop on.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. On Fairfax. I was over in the Fairfax area today, and the line was literally just like.
Wait, it's in California right now?
Down the block, so like whatever, and they're selling Kimoji stuff there too, right?
No, I don't think so.
Because I read somewhere else that they at the Kanye pop-up shop they had Kimoji stuff as well.
Wow.
So I mean,
they would be smart to do that.
They would.
But I mean, they're such a pair when it comes to business.
Oh my gosh, I kind of want to go to the store now.
Well, I'm sure that was just today. Yeah, I mean, the line was just, and they even had a Snapchat filter for it. So if you were driving down by Melrose.
Did you get one?
No, I didn't. I was driving, so I wasn't Snapchatting.
Good.
But I saw on the LA story. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
But I was like, oh, that makes sense, because I was like, they have all those like fashion stores on Fairfax, so I'm always like, something's always popping up. So I'm like, what the heck was that? But it was for Pablo.
That's so cool. I think Kim should sell the Kimoji merch in her store, Dash.
In Dash, yeah.
Because I think that would be an amazing opportunity for her to do that. She has like some really cool sweatshirts right now. They have like Kimoji merch on it, and then she's got like some biker shorts that say like funny things, and like unitards that say cool things, like Turbo Thought.
That she was like promoting a lot of that in Mexico.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I really still to this day really want a Kim crying face like shirt or sweatshirt or something.
Did you see the one that they came out with?
No.
It was the Kimoji, and it's a white, like really long sleeve, and it says Kimoji, and then it has like her like Kimoji face of her crying. That's the one I really want, but it's like $60.
Dude, please send it to us at AfterBuzz. Well, I will wear it to like my grave. I love the Kim crying face. It's like the best thing in the world.
I know.
Another little gossip. So, we saw in the episode they were talking about it. Kylie got a second house, which is nuts because she's 19. But this house was just a bit over $6 million.
That's like one like pin drop from the whole like when she launches her lip kits. That's
True.
like one time, But.
That I mean like. All of us out there with those lipsticks, we're making her rich. Like, good for her. But $6 million.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I heard they were using this house just for the Kylie cosmetics. Like, that's going to be the place to like take you. Just basically where they sell it out, like a little warehouse type of thing.
Oh wow, I didn't know
and
that.
for a house for like her friends to kick it.
That's cool.
Like the kick it friend house in the business house.
I mean, she already has a kick it friend house. Like,
that's true.
And she has like a factory, and I think that they're gonna make more factories. And then apparently the word on the street is she said that she wants to come out with an actual store somewhere in LA.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
I don't know if
That'd
they
be
would keep things on
insane.
the shelf.
No, it would be crazy. I wonder, just thinking about that, I wonder how long the craze will last.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I do think it will have a longevity, but if you think about it, like, there's hype because it's not just readily available. It's like, I'm having a release in 2 hours, and so you're like, what is she gonna? Like, my sister got the whole birthday thing, spent all her, like, tip money for, like, however many weeks, and just bought the whole thing, and I'm like, to my sister, I'm like, you don't even really wear makeup that much, but she just wanted to have it because it's, like, limited edition, special,
If she sold that, my friends, they like tried to log in, they didn't get it. Tried to log in the second time, didn't get it, and then the third time, they accidentally both got it, and like I was like it was a birthday edition that they're never gonna do it again. Like someone who had the whole kit like that could make so much money off of that one kit because they're never gonna sell it again, and it has like tons of stuff in it.
Yeah,
Right.
it's crazy. I tried on me and my sister
you did?
tried on all the stuff in the all the lip glosses or lipsticks and everything in the kit. But yeah, it's crazy. But I wonder how long it's gonna last if it comes to that level. If anything, it's gonna be like a consistent like brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you tried
Definitely.
the Kai shadow? Did you try that?
I didn't try the Kai shadow. I tried the Kai liner.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
I really just think for me, my personal, with what I have used, I just love her matte lipstick so much.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite of the bunch.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'm excited for the Kimoji merch because I just really want a crying face.
Yeah. I'll buy one if you buy one, and we'll wear them
Yeah.
together. I have one more thing. Seriously, I'm serious. I really want one.
You buy me one, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't even know if I can buy me one right now. The last thing is I was really hoping Justine would be here because she would like really hate this. But Kendall said in her 73 questions with Vogue, she said, because Justine's always saying that she wishes that Kylie and Kendall, every week she tells us she wants to spin off from them when they're of age. But Kendall said she would never do a spin-off because she loves her sisters too much and she would never want to do a spin-off of just her and Kylie. So that kind of puts that to
What is she? Pardon me. What does that mean that she loves them too much? Like she doesn't
she
want
just wouldn't want to. She said I love working with my sisters so much, like with the Kardashians. Like she wouldn't want to do a spin-off just based off of her and Kylie.
I mean, they could always guest star.
I guess they could. But she just was not about it. They're like, would you ever consider a spin-off? She said no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shoot.
Well, I like her reasoning to me doesn't really make sense, but I understand. Like she's the one doing her own career that's not 100% based off of just the name. She's on Vogue. That was her first Vogue cover, I believe, right? And that was like really big deal.
Yeah.
I do want to check out the questions though.
I know she doesn't necessarily like want to do the whole like reality TV thing. She just comes in every once in a while. Her main thing is just modeling and like just being like a fashion icon. So that's her thing, and I think she rocks it. She's done an amazing job. She's like one of the best in the game, and I just love that about her. But yeah, if you guys get the chance to check out that 73 questions, because I definitely learned some stuff about her that I never knew.
Yeah, I do love Kendall. I mean, she's one of my favorites. I just love how like mysterious she is.
She is.
I know, right?
Of course, I love that she's a model. I don't know why. I just love that.
She's gorgeous.
Because models are cool.
I know.
They're cool.
Well, yeah, that was those are some good gossips. And I would do predictions, but there's really nothing to predict. I'm excited to see what goes down next week. I think we only have 2 more episodes left.
And then we're gone for how long?
I'm not sure.
A couple months. I don't know. Usually they take like 3 months or something like that.
Yeah, a little hiatus, season
We'll
hiatus.
see, but we might have something in the works for you guys. We never know.
Yes, we'll tell you about it later.
Oh, yeah, we will. We really will.
Anyways, Howard, where can everyone find you and your preaching in the meantime?
You can hear me preach at howardthethird.com, and then of course you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that great stuff at Howard the Third.
Hi guys, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones, and Snapchat under Crazy Coda.
Crazy. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, XOXOCESCA. And also make sure to leave us comments on YouTube. We usually read them. We always read them, actually.
Yep.
And if you're listening on iTunes, give us 5 stars, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.